In 1985, as the crack epidemic ravaged South Los Angeles, a wave of horrific murders began. At the heart of this neighborhood lived Lonnie David Franklin Jr., a man everyone knew. He was the ultimate go-to guy who could get anything you needed. His neighbors consistently described him as a nice person who often helped fix cars.
He would do it. They all said he was a nice person.
But behind this benign facade, Franklin harbored a dark secret. He was the grim sleeper, a serial killer who raped and murdered women in the area for over 3 decades. Franklin's dark history stretched back to 1974, when he was convicted of gang rape while stationed with the U.S. Army in Germany. Upon returning to L.A., he found work as a garbage collector for the Department of Sanitation.
Right. And of course, some of the women, their bodies were found in dumpsters.
A job that granted him hands-on knowledge of the location of dumpsters and dumping grounds. Starting in August 1985, he began his murder spree, primarily targeting poor black women who were vulnerable, impoverished, or struggling with addiction. These victims, all but one, of whom were mothers, were often shot, strangled, or raped before their bodies were dumped near dumpsters or under mattresses.
Site, right? And of course, some of the women, their bodies were found in dumpsters.
The horror these families faced was compounded by law enforcement's failure to alert the community until 11 women were dead. Community outrage exploded, especially after learning that some officers used the shocking term NHI when referring to murdered women perceived as prostitutes or drug addicts. NHI stood for No Humans Involved. Even more devastating was the knowledge that police had been given a critical lead in 1987. An anonymous caller witnessed 2 3-year-old Barbara Ware being thrown from a van and provided a description, including the license plate number. Yet, this key 911 investigation was bungled, and the recording wasn't released until 22 years later. After an apparent 13-year hiatus, the bodies started appearing again in 2007. Lonnie Franklin seemed untouchable, living hidden in plain sight, but investigators found a way to reach the killer: familial DNA. A sample from Franklin's son matched traits of the DNA found at the crime scenes. Although the son was too young to be the killer, the police knew they were close.
And sure enough, there was a match, but they knew that he was too young to be the killer. So they figured it had to be an uncle or a dad, a close
An undercover
relation.
officer, dressed as a busboy at a restaurant, retrieved a crucial DNA sample from a piece of pizza and a cup Franklin had used. It was a direct hit. When police searched his home, they found a trophy room containing over 100 photographs of women, including victims and Anitra Washington, the sole survivor he had shot, raped, and left for dead.
And with some of the items of the victims were there, and Anitra Washington, who survived, his only survivor who was able to testify.
In 2016, Lonnie Franklin was sentenced to death, though investigators believe he may have killed as many as 25 people.